F-O-R-G-I-V-E. Forgive. Do you really want to forgive, or do you want to hold on? If you want to forgive, stay tuned. I'll take you through a very powerful process. Hi, this is Simon Lovell, bringing you growth in under 10 minutes. As always, hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell to make sure that you get regular updates of the videos that I'm bringing out every single day. Also, don't forget to head to modernspiritualman.com to check out the mission, my mission, to serve people all over the world. Now, one of the big challenges we have in life is events that happen and something gets caught up, something gets locked in time, and then within us, we get this angst, we get this frustration. Why did they do that? It's resentment, it's anger, it's bitterness within us. And as I've grown as a man, as I've changed, the period of time that I've held on to things for has reduced. You see, our spiritual journey, our growth, it's not that things don't happen. It's that we can start to let go of them quicker. We can start to detach from certain things a lot faster. So in this video, we're going to talk about forgiveness. I'm going to take you through each of the letters and also share a bit of a story with you. So I've not been the perfect person throughout my life. I've made moves, I've said certain things, and I've done things. And as I've grown more self-aware, the speed in which I've gone and said sorry and apologized has gone up. And so have I needed forgiveness from people throughout my life and my journey? Of course. Will I continue to? Absolutely. But as we grow, as we better ourselves, the amount of time that it takes us to forgive and the awareness that we have so that we just don't take those actions that lead to people needing to forgive us shifts. I was running a business a few years ago, and something happened where someone ended up taking me to court, and I felt bitter, I felt upset, I felt angry. Why? Because I helped this person. And when it came down to it and we went through this settlement process, something shifted within me. And I started to look at the situation from a different perspective. And that really helped and supported me because I let that go. I knew that if I just continued with this energy, it would have only affected me. And so that's number one. The F is for, F-O-R. Who is forgiveness for? Is that other person sat there, right? Needing to have that forgiveness? Of course. Sometimes it's important to have those conversations so that that energy can be released. And that's what it's about. It's about releasing energy. But you've got to remember that forgiveness is for you. Because when you're holding that resentment, that tension, that energy within you, if you don't make the conscious decision to go inward and to start to release that, okay, by the things I'm going to be teaching in this video, you're the one holding on to it. The second, which is the O, which is for ownership. If we're only looking from one perspective, we can't own a situation. It takes a certain person to look at the actual situation that happened, and instead of going to blame, to actually go, how can I take ownership of my part within this? And once you do that, everything starts to shift. The next, which is the R of forgiveness and forgive, which is release. And you're probably wondering, Simon, how do I release? I want to forgive, but how do I actually release? Well, just the other day I was in a meditation and I was meditating for an hour a day, and in that meditation just something popped into my awareness, and that's the power of going deeper, right? I call going into the well in your meditation. Sometimes you drop into a meditation and you go at depth and for more consistent time, and what happens is just things that have been blocked just start to release. And so a release can be, for me, it's tears, it can be expression, it can be just energy moving out of the body. And that's something that I've really learned as I've gone deeper into my meditation, just shifts of energy, moving knots in my back, and this pulsation in my body starts to just shift without me. So a release can be in any number of ways. Many times, though, it's through the expression of the tears. Next one is the G, which is gratitude. I know that there's this resistance sometimes, but look at the situation, look at the event that you are feeling like you either want to forgive or you're forgiving yourself about, and start to go into a place of gratitude for the things that you learned. Pick 5 things that you can be grateful for about that situation. How did it allow you to show up in a relationship in a positive way? How did it allow you to think about things differently? Okay? Around the other person, what gift actually did they give you because of this event? Even though it might be challenging, if you can start to get into that place and even just explore it, that can be a tremendous benefit. The next one is initiate. Oftentimes, we need to be the one to initiate a conversation, sometimes a conversation with ourselves. We love to suppress things. We love to push things away. But part of the power of our spirituality and our own self-awareness and our own consciousness is, instead of spending our life pushing things down, suppressing things, avoiding things, debt, conversations, events that have happened, why don't we do the opposite and bring it to the surface? Because when we bring it to the surface, it can dissolve. So we got to initiate. We have to be the one to find that courage to do the thing that's difficult. The next one is the V, which is the view. We've got our view, right? Always very stuck in our ways when we're looking at it from one perspective. Then we've got, what would their perspective be on the situation? How are they looking at it? What were they going, what was happening in their life at that time for them to want to X, Y, Z or do that? What about a observer point of view? What if a third person that was looking at this situation saw both of us? What would they say? Can you get into that mindset? Then what about the universal perspective, right? In that situation where I needed to give my money to someone else that I didn't think that they had deserved it, I had to look from a universal perspective, and I said to myself, I'm giving to myself. The universe has got my back, right? That's how I shifted that. I went from, I'm losing this money, to I'm giving it to myself because we're one, okay? And that person was in a stage of their life in that they needed to take that action for a reason. And also, I had to go internally and look at, how did I show up in that way for them to want to do that? So it was multiple things that happened. And then the final, which is the E, which is to express, okay? Sometimes we've got to take that initiation. We've got to look at things from multiple perspectives. But remember, transformation happens when we speak up, when we share, when we talk, when we have those difficult conversations. Forgiveness is not just about one thing, and I understand it takes time. I understand it takes any number of things. And maybe you're watching this and something devastating has happened. However, I want you to be free. I want you to be free of the energy that's trapping you and causing you to show up in some ways in your life that maybe you don't like. Anger, frustration, bitterness, just a tension within you, a tightness. There's a looseness that we can have. There's a freedom that we can have. There's a softness that we can have. And that softness cannot exist when there's something within us that needs to be let go of. This is Simon Lovell, bringing you growth in under 10 minutes. As always, comment below which one of these letters, the F, the O, the R, the G, the I, the V, the E, resonated with you most. I would love to know. Interact with me here on YouTube. Head to modernspiritualman.com to check out what I've got going on with this mission to change more lives and raise awareness. And I'll see you in another video. You have an amazing day. Remember, what are you grateful for? What can you be present to right now in this moment? Just take a moment. Take a breath. And feel grateful for what you have and what you've achieved thus far in your life. I'll see you soon.